The Special School District of, oh, sorry. Special School District of St. Louis County Board of Education May 2025 business meeting is now called to order. Will all who are able please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we get a roll call vote to establish a quorum?
Director Asner.
Here.
President Staten.
Here.
Vice President Cuneo.
Here.
Director Suda.
Present. Here.
Director Sartorius.
Here.
Director Beaver.
Here.
And Director Nelson.
Here. Okay. Quorum being present, welcome all to the business meeting. We have 30 minutes for public comment, and we have one this evening, who is Mr. Tim Eby.
Shocking that I would be here to
You never miss. Yeah, you are. That's fantastic.
Well, I
In all
appreciate,
seriousness.
well, I appreciate all that you do to support the kids and certainly the administrators. My name is Tim Eby. I'm the Executive Director of the Special Education Foundation. And as you go about approving your budget for the next school year, just want to make a short comment that the Special Education Foundation is here to support you. We in the last school year, we provided over $260,000 in direct support for students, families, and educators in the SSD community, ranging from grants for teachers to take on innovative projects, to buying hearing aids, to buying adaptive and assistive equipment for students that are graduating out of SSD services, to scholarships, to running our Fred Sy Leadership Academy, where high school students who are receiving services from SSD go through a year-long leadership program. And so we're here to help. And I just wanted to say thank you to you, and also thank you to the administration with SSD for their great partnership. We look forward to working with you and in the coming year, and hope that we can be of assistance as needed when the need arises. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I ask that if there is a motion to approve the consensual items.
So moved.
Second. Motion and second have been made. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
I'm not opposed, but I am abstaining from the BJC CARES, that particular granting.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yay to everything else.
We need to separate that out. I guess not. No, she's.
I think we can
No, we
note
can
it
do that.
note it in the meeting
Okay.
minutes that she
In the
abstained
minutes.
just from that, but you're a yay on everything else.
I'm a yay on everything.
Thank you. The motion to approve the consensual item carries. Now proceed to tonight's superintendent report.
Now it is time for the public hearing regarding the proposed FY 26 proposed budget. At this time, anyone who wishes to ask a question, I invite them to the podium, along with Cindy Rodman, our Chief Financial Officer, to ask any questions. Seeing that there is none, thank you, Cindy. I now ask the board, since the budget was presented and discussed in depth at our May 13th work study, are there any remaining questions that you may have? If there are none, then I pronounce the public hearing and the budget closed.
That's good.
Since there are no questions, I turn it back over to President Carmen.
All right, the board will now take up all action items. 6.01 Policy BCCA and Regulation BCCAR. Is there a motion to approve the revision to the policy BCCA and Regulation BCCAR?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
May I ask a question? SSD has 3 delegates who will be voting at the delegate assemblies for Missouri School Board Association. And this policy allows us to appoint pro tem. Will we do that before the June summer summit? Is this the time to discuss that, or is that something that we'll discuss?
Is handled, yeah.
Yeah.
It is handled with MSBA. The policy is just the button on, the icing on the cake, but they allow us to just email the pro temps.
Okay, okay, because I
Which we've
believe
done.
three of us are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be the delegates.
Yeah.
then.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Thank you.
No worries. All right, 6.02 administrator starting salary structure. Is there a motion to approve the administrator starting salary structure?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.03 administrator salary increase. Is there a motion to approve the administrator salary increase?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.04 business professional salary increase. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.05 notification incentive for retirement. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, please. Yes, I'm not seeing. I thought there was an attachment. So this incentive would allow for an incentive for those who are retiring out of any. This is out of any category, is that correct? For the,
Dr. Laws, can you take the podium, please?
Good evening. Yes, that is correct. This would be any of our staff working for the district that would notify the district by December 1st or between July 1st and December 1st that they will be retiring.
and would they be required to finish out the school year?
They would not be required to finish out the school year.
Um,
So remember that staff have retirement dates that go throughout the entire school year.
mhm,
So I may be eligible to retire October 1st, for example.
mhm.
And so that notification allows us an opportunity to plan.
Yes, I guess I'm concerned about continuity for the students when we. Because people do have a contract, some of our employees are contracted through the year. I'm concerned about continuity for the students if we allow people to retire before the school year is up.
Absolutely. And that's something we could look at for our next cycle.
May I ask why we're waiting until the next cycle to look at that?
So when we are looking at the retirement incentive for staff, currently, I know this is a practice that we've had. I would also tell you I'd want to look at the number. We don't have a tremendous amount of disruption in classrooms. I understand that one disruption is a disruption, but it does allow administrators an opportunity to plan. So if I know that my staff person is retiring on December or at the semester, for example, it allows me an opportunity to begin to hire prior to that. And if I am interested in having a substitute for a variety of reasons that may be applicable, or have one of our teacher assistants sub in that person's position, there's an opportunity for us to plan.
So what I think, I apologize.
ahead.
What I think I hear you saying is like the likelihood of that person retiring October 1 was going to happen regardless. What we're doing is incentivizing them to tell us early so that planning happens because
As
the
soon as-
disruption would happen either way.
Yes.
Got it.
So
Okay.
what's the possibility of us, incentivizing this, but at the same time saying that if you're gonna retire, you have to retire the semester to get the bonus?
Mm,
I kind of I like that because I think that would be less
disruptive.
disruptive to any student. It's something that we
disagree.
should, I would recommend that we possibly look at.
I'd even like us to consider people honoring their full contract if they have one.
Or maybe we want to pay, maybe we want to have a bigger incentive if you hire your full contract. A lesser contract.
I don't know.
So
I like the idea of making sure
Okay.
there's as little disruption as possible.
Yeah.
So is the ask to, before we approve this or? what are
No,
the thoughts?
I'm willing to do it next year. I'd like to have somebody look at, see if it's a worthwhile suggestion.
Okay.
I don't want anything changed yet. Let's see if it works. All right.
I'd like to see continuity for students. So at this point, I'm not in favor of this as written.
Any other discussion? All right. Do we have a motion to approve 6.05 notification incentive for retirement?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any additional discussion? I'm sorry. Did we already do this? Sorry.
We did a motion in a second. We just didn't vote.
I apologize,
Okay.
just like. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
If we move forward with this as is, we can still come back in a year,
Yes.
as Dr. Cuneo suggested, and have those further
Yeah.
specifications around the incentivization.
Yes, it's absolutely up for discussion. To say like, what would it look like? What are the costs? Like how many, we can say how many folks chose to retire, chose to take advantage of the incentive this year and see what the potential impact could or
Okay.
would be.
The reason why I like that is first of all, it would help for planning. It would stop people from, it would aid in stopping disruption. But what it would also do is if we put it at that, we might have not people retiring on October 1st, November 1st, or in other words, either going to a semester or going to the end of the school year. And I just think that's a good idea for kids.
I'd like to make a motion to amend, I'd like to make a motion to amend the motion to require that non-contractual employees finish their semester and that contracted employees finish their contract.
In order to receive the incentive.
In order to receive the incentive.
My concern, I mean,
And I think we need
yeah,
to.
well, that's,
we need-
that's,
we need
a-
to-
yeah, a second to
I'll
that.
we need a
Yeah,
second to
for that
discuss
discussion.
it. You don't have to be in favor to second.
Mhm.
I'll second it.
All right, so discussion on the amended notification for incentive retirement to require teaching staff to finish out the full school year and non-teaching staff to finish out the semester.
Can we include in there the paras? I think the paras work many times as closely with the kids as the teaching staff.
Yeah, yes, and that was my intention.
Okay, I just want anybody who
Mhm.
was working directly with the
My-
student.
My only wonder is $500 enough money for you to tell me I have to work three additional months when I could have just left? Like I can retire October 1st and I can tell y'all early and get $500, or I can not tell y'all and not have to work 3 additional months. If I was gonna do that, I was gonna do it anyways. This $500 is just a nice gift, trinket, treasure to say, I'm gonna tell you early. But I don't know if it's enough money to get somebody to work 3 additional months if they have already made up their mind that they don't want to. Or 6 additional months.
I really wonder how many people we're talking about.
And I can get those numbers
Yeah.
for you. Note, as far as paraprofessionals are concerned, they can at any time, they're not under contract with the district.
We have a few more meetings between now and July 1st. Is this a motion to get more, is this an item to get more information on and then come back to?
Sure, if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I would like that, at least to the point
Sure.
of like knowing
Yeah.
how many people we're talking about, because I don't know if $500 is, it wouldn't be for me. Like to be like, oh, you gotta work 6 more months. If there's a reason why I'm saying, I think our teachers want to fulfill their
Contractual.
contract, yeah. And so if somebody is saying, I'm leaving early, I don't know.
Well, and I would also, I mean, I think the question on the table is, can we consider requiring completion of the contract as a condition of the incentive? And I believe that our professionals who are here want to complete the contract as a professional obligation. And I don't believe that $500 is going to be a sticking point for those individuals. I see some individuals in the room shaking their head. And so that is just my thought, but we can look at the numbers and see where they are.
Okay.
In my historical board presence, there's been a requirement to finish the contract.
To clarify, the requirement they finish the contract, it is not we're asking for that, but that's not why we're providing the $500 incentive. That is just to be notified early.
Yeah.
The
Correct.
request is
Right.
simply, if you're leaving, the sooner you let us know, the better. And
Yeah.
we're willing to, compensate you for that. We also don't want to compensate folks who announce, early retirement in September and then are leaving in October, a month, and don't give us notice, I guess.
Mhm.
So, it could also be amended to, in the period of July 1st, 2025 to December 1st, 2025. And 4 months, 3 months prior to their, set retirement date. I mean, I guess there's all kinds of ways to go about that to try to.
How do we proceed if we have a motion and a second? And
Yes,
then-
we have an amendment to the amendment. Did you propose, was the
No, I'm-
proposed amendment to the amendment?
And I think I would like to table
we
this
vote?
until.
We get the
more
data.
discussion.
details.
Okay, you want to take? What
But I don't know if we.
do we need to have a motion to table?
Yes, just take another
Somebody's
motion.
Make a motion to table.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to table.
I'll
it.
second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion to table 6.05 notification incentive for retirement is tabled.
Thank you, Dr. Law.
Till we get the data.
Till we get the data.
Till we get the data. Wasn't that what
Yeah.
your?
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Laws. 6.06 position conversion. Is there a motion to approve the position conversion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.07 reclassified manager and career and technical education positions. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.08 appointment of homeless foster migrant liaison and English learner coordinator. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.09 Stivers staffing agreement, adjusting the purchase orders. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.10 April budget adjustment, business and finance. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.11 May budget adjustment, finance, business and finance. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 6.12 2025-2026 budget approvals. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries. All right. I now ask for a motion to hold a closed meeting of the Board of Education both tonight and Tuesday, June 10th. Is there a second?
I think it's June 10th.
I'll
When you're old, if you don't put it in this book, I'll forget.
make it happen, Dr. Creel. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So
All opposed?
I didn't get a second.
I-
Oh, thank you very
Oh,
much.
sorry. All right, the motion to approve holding a closed meeting of the Board of Education carries. Is there any board member who would like to make any comments? Go ahead.
Yep, I have. It's been a busy month. We all know May is busy and I've seen a bunch of you out and about, as I've
Yeah.
been out and about. So on April 24th, Commissioner Carla Esslinger visited South Tech, and it was just a wonderful opportunity to show the commissioner and her entourage the good things that are happening at South Tech. It was great to see students engaged and to see the facilities. It's really, really a point of pride for our school district. On
Can I
April
comment on
29th, I
that?
attended the Inspiring Futures event.
Joanne, could I make a comment about the commissioner attending? She actually toured South County Tech, and she made the comment she wished she could duplicate our South County Tech throughout the state. And I was really
Wow.
impressed because that's one of Governor Kehoe's areas that he wants to support also.
Mhm.
And I think,
you know, we're doing an outstanding job in our two tech schools, and hopefully we can decrease our waiting list.
Yep, thanks. The Inspiring Futures event was truly inspiring. It was great to see students really reaching high and achieving well. The new owner graduation was heartwarming. I love graduation. Great to see the students move forward, and they're going all kinds of places, everywhere from care facilities to junior college. So that was inspiring. I went to the U City High School graduation also, and that was really inspiring as well. As you know, that's one of our partner districts, and that's my former district and my home district, and loved seeing kindergartners that I taught graduate. That was very special. Attended the Litzinger promotion, bumped into a family that I knew, that I've known for many years, and they could not say enough good things about their experience at Litzinger. So that was really heartwarming too. I dropped by Rittner for their State of the District meeting. They've got a lot of great things happening. They're expanding early childhood, which is near and dear to my heart. It's one of my priorities. And parent engagement is something that they're working on, and that was really great. They had some little parent university breakouts that were fun to attend. Let's see, I went to the honorees and retirees reception in U City. And again, it was just great to see all of the people who have given such great service to our students in our schools. There were U City staff retiring, there were SSD staff retiring, and it was nice to be part of that. And then my last announcement, as you know, I'm part of the St. Louis area St. Louis area school board professional learning community, which might need a shorter name. And there is a meet and greet for all board members and superintendents in St. Louis County on June 6th. And it's going to be at Chevy's in Olivet. And it's open to, we're asking for pre-registration. We need to try to give a count to Chevy's. But we'd love to have as many board members from throughout the area there. I'm connected with a lot of board members throughout the area, and it's really a great way just to get to know other board members and other boards.
Is there a formal invitation coming?
There was, and we'll get it out again. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
that was a lot. That concludes my announcements. Thank you.
Any other comment?
Yeah, I just want to mention the Fred Sy Award ceremony that happened back on, would you believe, May 7th? It's been a while, but that was outstanding, and we were able to recognize and give out scholarships to many of our students. What a wonderful night it was, and I really appreciated being there. And then also I attended the Lindbergh graduation, and one of the two speakers was one of our South County Tech students, and did a magnificent job and is getting all kinds of scholarships and everything. But she really highlighted both Lindbergh and South County Tech in her graduation speech.
Nice.
So it was really exciting.
Thank you. Any other comments?
I just want to say thank you to all of the schools and administrators that welcomed me as I got to tour the different facilities as part of my onboarding here with the Board of Education. I really enjoyed going to all of those schools and getting to see the work that's being done, both like in our SSD buildings, but also within our partner district of Parkway. There were so many highlights, like South Tech was just remarkable to see. And then also I really enjoyed my visit to Highcroft Elementary, where I got to interact with some of the students who are in the DHH program, which is very near and dear to my heart. So I just loved the whole experience. So thank you for welcoming me and everybody that took time to show me around and talk to me about the programs. I really appreciated it.
Any other comments? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, and the SSD Board of Education business meeting is now adjourned. Thank you all.
Maybe a new record.
That was.
Good work, people.
That because we're all going to.